Hey everybody, it's Trav, back at you with another video on the Honda 4Trax 300. In the last video, we put a plow and a winch on this, so if you haven't seen that, go back and check it out, might be helpful to you. In this video, we're gonna wire up the winch that I bought, which is a Traveler 2500 pound. Bought it at Tractor Supply for $100. Can't go wrong. So in this video, we got a bunch of wires we gotta run, hopefully hook it up right, and not catch this thing on fire. So let's get into it. So included in the kit, got a whole bunch of wires, a distribution block, a switch. If you never wired a winch before, it's really simple. Basically, you got one set of wires that goes from the winch to the distribution block, and then you have another set of wires that go from the distribution block to the battery. And then you have a switch here. In this kit, it comes with a handlebar mount, which is awesome because I probably gonna put it right here. And then that also plugs right in to the distribution block. So I'm gonna start running some wires. I have a pretty good idea where I'm gonna put the distribution block to keep it out of the weather and keep it nice and dry. So hopefully my wires are long enough to go from the winch to that, but we're gonna find out together. So if this is your first time owning one of these machines, you need to find the battery. You pop the seat off, pull this cover off. It's supposed to be 2 screws on each side. I don't have them. That's how you get to your battery. I got to replace the battery too. I have one. It's charging. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking the distribution block. And what's cool about these machines is you pull that down, flip this up, come down here, pull that. Opens up to a nice little storage box. Supposed to be a toolkit and whatever else back here, which I don't have. So what I'm hoping to do, hoping my wires are long enough from the winch, I'm gonna mount this right down here in this box. That way it's completely out of the elements. Can run the wires right up through this hole or drill new holes if I have to. So let me grab some wires and see if they're long enough. And if they're not, then I think I'm gonna have to extend them. We got all the wiring ran. Let me adjust you guys so you can see me. We got all the wiring ran. Taking out the old battery. The new one's still charging. Gonna clean up some wiring while I'm here. One thing I had to do, so on the wire for the switch, for the in and out of the winch, the power wire, it stopped like right in my airbox. So I had to extend it probably a foot. So I just spliced some wires together as you saw. This thing came with LED headlights in it. The wiring is okay, but it could be better just as far as the connection goes at the battery. So I'm gonna cut these off, recrimp them, heat shrink them, make them a little better, you know. Try and get this battery out, which is a pain. Because there's a bar in the way. All right, battery's out. So yeah, I'm just going to clean up some wiring and continue marching on. It's almost done. So unfortunately, all I have are these cheapo connectors. They're awful. What I like to do though, I don't like to waste them. Take a pair of snips and I actually cut off the plastic coating. It's terrible. You can't get heat shrink over it to begin with. So I snip away at it, I cut it off, and then I can put heat shrink on it to seal it up way better. Something like that. We'll do it to both of them, and we'll fix the wiring for the LED headlights. We'll wire this bad boy up for the winch control. Wait for the battery to be charged, and then we'll put everything back together. I'll show you the final installation, what I did, how I ran all the wires. And then together, we're gonna see if my wiring is correct and see if this thing catches on fire or not, and see if the winch works or not. So we'll be back in a second. What do you say? Should we go see if the winch works? I got it all wired up. Do you think it's gonna work? I'm gonna take that as a no, but hey, let's go find out. All right, so we got it all wired up. This is where I ended up mounting the in and out button. So, oh boy, I guess it works. I guess we found out. I definitely wired that wrong. I think I need to wire that wire off the switch to the actual ignition. That way it's only on when the key's on. So I'll have to end up fixing that. I'm gonna do that off camera, not a big deal. So I ran the wires for this just down along the handlebars, up underneath the machine. You can see them right here to the battery. And then the rest of the wires and the distribution box are mounted in this little cubby hole, like I said. So I got that bolted to the bottom there. We got the all the wires from the battery coming up through these two holes, and then the actual winch wires come up through a bottom hole down here, as well as the controller. So let's hook it up to the plow and fire it up and make sure that it actually runs. All right, got the machine running. I got the winch hooked up to the actual plow. Let's see if it lifts it. Look at that. It works. I'm happy. Let's get this thing outside, take a better look at it. All right, so here it is with the plow up in the air. Doesn't nosedive too bad, which is good. Kind of one thing I was a little worried about, but I think it came out pretty good. I'm excited to use it, even though I hate the snow. As long as I can use it once, I'll be happy. So yeah, let's see how easy it is to move this. Perfect. Doesn't hit anything. Plenty of room. Yeah. All right, that's gonna do it from us. Hopefully you like this video. Hopefully it helped you. I know it's not really a video for everyone. Wiring a winch is pretty straightforward, like I said in my last video. Other than the fact that I did mess it up and wired it constant. So I need to go back, I'll do it off camera. I'll wire it to the ignition. That way when the key's on, then the winch will come on and it's not draining my battery whatsoever. Other than that, it's going to be the end of the Honda 4Trax 300 videos until it snows. And then we'll test out the plow. I'll do a review on it, see how it does, see how the machine handles it, and we're going to go from there. So like, share, subscribe. Hopefully this video helped you out. Next video is probably going to be talking about my project truck. Might try to get that done for next weekend. Not sure. I got a busy week coming up, so we'll see. Catch you on the next one. Take care.